Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would like to thank the organization PSE for inviting me introducing the European Energy Information Sharing and Analysis Center. Before continuing, I would like to know if anybody in the room has already heard about the ISAC, already attended to one of our meetings. I don't know. Okay, interesting. But this is important because in this way I will use better my time here to explain what we are doing and what our aims. The ISAC started its activities 4 years ago. We started as a European project involving many utilities and also the academy in order to create an entity that were able to share information among utilities about security of critical infrastructures and building a network of trust in order to let them share information about the security, situational awareness in their infrastructures, and also to have the tools in order to share in a safe way their information and not exposing confidential information to the external stakeholders. And this is important because we are acting in a proactive way towards our members and providing them information to better protect their infrastructure and address their investments in terms of security in a continuously changing scenario. The mission of the ISAC is to achieve resilience of the energy system, creating this network trust. We developed internally a term of reference. It is a document that is coding all our behaviors involving members that have to classify the information that they are going to share and also providing the legal means to create this community and continuously bringing more information and contents to increase our influence and capability to provide security information. We are now 23 members. We have some of the most important utilities in Europe among our members. PSE, for example, is one of our board members. And we involve also the vendors to continuously maintain a relationship with the scenario of our tools and of our environments and understanding the weaknesses, the vulnerabilities, as well as helping them to provide a secure solution. We cooperate with public bodies, for example, with the European Commission. We are used to cooperate with DG Ener, with DG Connect, and also to start interlocution with the regulators and helping them to create more awareness on security and cybersecurity of the utilities and be more proactive as well when defining new requirements. We cooperate also with academia to reduce the skill gap and involving them and helping them to define programs that are more suitable to our market. And also with the research, obviously. We organize continuously events to let all our potential stakeholders and new members knowing what we are doing. And we also cooperate with international partners, like, for example, US ISAC or the GE ISAC, in order to share information and be more proactive, also understanding the global scenario where we are moving and operating. We also constituted 10 task forces. These are kind of thematical task forces, and using our members with their in-kind contribution, we can provide more contents regarding not only cybersecurity, but also physical security protection of our infrastructure, or exchanging information on the way we realize controls in our companies. And with the aid of ENISA, we also organize webinars. For example, past year we organized a webinar on security of substation. It was very interesting for our members. And we collect information also from countries and European state members that are not participating directly with their members, but we are able to provide information also, starting with information that origin from those countries. How we operate in terms of community. We create these task forces. Our members can participate the task forces they prefer, and using the protocols that we define in terms of reference, we exchange information, we did these groups, and we let our members organize their activity autonomously within the group, attending to the task forces they are mostly interested. We are working mostly in this period on our threat analysis task force. We created a core team within this task force of threat analysis that is also building a tool in order to exchange more actively information on IOCs. I will show a couple of slides on it. But the most important thing is that we operate on both face-to-face meeting approach, using also tools in order to exchange continuously information and operate in quasi-real-time setup. These are our three streams of activities. We organize at least 3 plenary meetings per year, where we have open session that we dedicate to our guests and to all the partners. And then we have a closed session where we invite only members who signed the terms of reference, and they can exchange information on threats and incidents that happened probably in their administrations, and they can also analyze ex post what happens, always working within the rules of the terms of reference. And we also organize open house meetings. For example, during the European Week of Utilities, we are used to participate to the event with an open house meeting where we let other potential members know what we are doing. Then we have a digital info sharing community that use digital tools in order to exchange informations and material to build up white papers and organize webinars and increase the awareness of our community about topics related to security and cybersecurity of our infrastructures. And we are used to develop sessions directly on vulnerabilities, and we also share a lot of information about emerging standards. This is something where our community is very active. We have many participants to our group that are also parts of international engineering groups and that are writing really standards for the sector, like, for example, the standards for communicating in a remote control environments or automation. Our confidentiality protocol is based on a TLP protocol. Everybody is able to track what's happening in the association because we have an organization which tracks all our meetings and our activities on the digital channels, prepare a periodical newsletter in order to inform all the participants. And the balance in the organization of the group is focused on utilities. So in the board we have major participation of utilities in order to keep the focus of the organization on our needs. Who are our members? We participate to the info sharing community at European level, involving some of the most important entities in the CERT environment. We are used to cooperate with international partners, as said, with USC ISAC that inspired our activity here in Europe, and GE ISAC that is a new reality in the Japanese scenario and works with us in terms of growing and evolving our model to be more proactive. We cooperate, as said, with DG and DG Connect. DG Connect is also developing interesting project directed to ISACs in Europe, and they are building with their CEF initiative also an infrastructure that probably will endorse our services and will help us to increase the number of participants to our community. And DG Enero, of course, that is leading our stakeholders. We work also with other European associations in terms of policing and in terms of defining topics that are interesting for our stakeholders to be approached each year. And we also cooperate with a research organization in order to monitor the trends of our sectors. We also participated to a session during the Cybersecurity Week last year in Brussels, where we presented to our European stakeholders the evolving of our organization. We are now trying to involve more local operators, because at this moment our members are mostly big operators, like I said, for example, PC, Enel Group, EDP in Portugal, EVN in Austria. We would like also to involve local operators in order to have more granular view of the threats and the behaviors of the infrastructures all over Europe. And we are evolving as well our interaction with our international peers in order to create a digital exchange of information and increase the ability to perform early warning and to advise our partners in case of an emerging threat. How do we perform digital information sharing? We have a digital sharing platform. This is kind of content management system that is substantially used to exchange documents, to collaborate in preparing documentation, like, for example, white papers. It supports our discussions in real time, supporting a chat solution. Everything that is not strictly technical and that can be discussed in a more articulated way is hosted by this tool. And then we developed a digital info sharing MISP tool that is used to support our quasi-real-time exchange. And now we completed the testing phase of this tool, and we are now opening it to our partners in order to maintain a connected network and exchange also IOCs. The MISP tool for us is considered like a standard de facto, and we are also using it to share information with the CSIRT that are cooperating with us. We can describe the scenario and the topics in a really guided way, and it's absolutely the most suitable tool in order to provide early warning to our members. As said, the other platform is just used to let our members participate constantly to the community, also with the mobile solution. Webinars is another important part of the life of our community. We pool at the beginning of the year our members in order to let them decide the topics that we want to develop during the year. INISA is substantially the entity that operates and builds up the contents for our webinars. Also using the results of the surveys that they are used to do during the year, and also representing the information that they collect from the European scenario. We also take advantage of the collaboration of our European members in order to build more focused content on some specific topics, like, for example, we made with the secure substation and asset inventory. This year we are more focused on the packet inspection and anomaly detection. White paper, we created a white paper the previous year on risk management, and it was pretty focused on analysis of the threats. We are currently deploying another paper on the creation of a network of trust this year. We also cooperate with the USAID agency, it's an American subject, building a new ISAC in the area of the Black Sea. this will be an independent subject, but we are helping them with our experience to create a community. And I think it is interesting also to create a sort of cooperation with them in order to know about emerging threats that may arrive from their perimeter. And then we have a whole section in our meetings regarding the analysis of well-known incidents, but we, in this case, take advantage of the experience of our members, and especially the vendors, which provide us in-depth analysis of what happened and share with us, in some cases, classified documents to understand better how the actors created the possibility to perform the attack, which are really the vulnerabilities, and we enter in this case in pretty technical details to understand what happened. Then, as introduced, we are used to discuss about standards because we have many members that also participate to international committees. We also try to stress with our vendors the importance to implement the standards. We organize test POCs with them in order to help to deliver security by design solutions, but also to help our members, the vendors in this case, to develop these deep packet inspection tools that already can analyze new protocols as defined in the new standards. So, in conclusion, we are a quite new reality in the European landscape. We are growing a lot in terms of numbers, in terms of influence in the cybersecurity scenario. The distinctive aspect in our approach to the sector is that we are working basically on a voluntary approach. We are used to analyze data that are voluntarily provided by our members, and we host this community in order to create this cooperation among utilities, not depending on the provisions of regulation that is obliging us to share information about the incident, but just because we consider this information potentially useful for all the sector. This is the base of our approach to resilience, understanding that under a certain level of confidentiality we can share information also with our competitors. And because we think that if we act in a more secure environment, we can operate as well with more promising condition for our businesses. All the information about the ISAC are also published on our website, and you can absolutely get in touch with me or with our members if you want to participate or understand more about the association, or participate to our open sessions where you can test directly our capabilities and the quality of the contents that we provide to our members. I don't know if you have any questions about our activities, any doubts. I'm here to answer to any kind of doubts that you may have. Any question?
One question, do you have much interaction from Poland or with Poland?
Yes, of course, with the help of PSC. PSC, as said, is one board member of the ISAC. We are directly connected with their CERT. We are used to exchange periodical reports about vulnerabilities with PSCs under the terms of reference. And thanks to the PSC CERT, we provide to our members all the vulnerability summaries that we share with them. They are, in this moment, cooperating in this way. I think that also for this year we will introduce other capabilities thanks to their in-kind contribution, and I will be happy to share with you after the next plenary what PSC is going to create for us. Thank you.